That's the sprouting of a new season. Welcome to fall. Hope you all enjoyed our little August trip to Vienna. You know what I'm saying? Back to the 1830s. Simpler, kinder, gentler world. Anyway, if you didn't enjoy it or you didn't watch it, I don't give a fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll never know. So, here we are again. Got a bunch of acoustics behind us. Remember this guy? Maybe you don't. This is from our own MICA episode. It's a Cameo guitar, early Cameo guitar, made, I believe, by Hofner or by Framus, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I made a whole episode about the MICA company, about Cameo. It was like 15 hours long. It was almost as long as that one we just did. You know what I mean? It was tiring. I don't know if you watched it. You don't have to watch it. This guy is not going to be very long at all. It's made in Germany. It's made in Japan. You know what I'm saying? But it says final adjustments made in USA. You know what I'm saying? We got some Axis instruments here. And this one is the Pacific Theater. Not too much wrong with it. And surprisingly, I did another one of these guitars. It was very similar for the mic episode that we presented last year. You know what I mean? And it had the worst action of practically any guitar I ever even seen in my life. It was terrible. It was a terrible experience to even service that instrument. But this one has beautiful, gorgeous action, and it's almost like 1,000% there. It looks like it has the potential to be almost like a 9.6 if we shine it up a little bit and just do a little tiny bit of alteration to it. So I'm gonna flip you around together like a family. We're gonna attack the fall like it's coming on. You know what I mean, with a burden. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna burden you. We're gonna take it light, take it short. You know what I'm saying? Peace be with you. I'll see you. It's September. I'm gonna flip you around. So here we go, man. September is here. The traditional beginning of fall, really. Now, at first glance, this instrument looks to be like a pretty well kept, short episode. You know what I mean? Doesn't look like there's too much wrong with it. It's got the strap button intact, which is kind of rare for these instruments. They usually get bashed in. These strap buttons are kind of flimsy, not very strong. This is one of these, which Bobby G can always replace nonsense in a nonsensical way. Can't really see the model number. It's kind of like faded out. Can't get a good grip on it, man. A600 maybe, something like that. We'll look it up in the intranet. Maybe we can get a better number. All our little dots haven't fallen off. This looks like they're actually inlaid. You know what I want to tell you also? I thought this was a decal, man. This is a real rosette. You see that? Can you dig that? I'm gonna try to get like real close. See that? That's real rosette. That's not a decal, man. These are real inlays too. You know what I'm saying? They're not those little stickers. Isn't that incredible? What a great instrument. This actually has electric strings on it, which kind of reminds me of a buddy's. His father always had a Epiphone that he kept upstairs, old Epiphone acoustic from Japan. It had electric strings on it. I like the sound, Barbie. You always just say that, man. This, I think, has them on for an ulterior motive. We'll get into that in a second. This has to be bent back. You see that? Bent back tulip right there. Hear that, man? There's bells ringing. It's missing its little Korea stamp, I believe that was. And there it is. That's the reason I think that it's got the. That's pretty. That's like a transmission dying on an old MDX, from 2002, man. It's gonna cost you more than it's worth. Even though it's got leather interior and a backup camera with a GPS built in, it's still gonna cost too much money to, fix the whole vehicle. So we're gonna have to, since this is Bobby G's garage, man, and not Jay Leno, man, we're gonna take these strings down, loosen them up. You know what I'm saying? Get in there, mask off this guitar part, and just dump some boiling water in there outside. Let it set for a little while and clamp it up. And just pray that we can clamp that down, you know what I'm saying? A little tight bond in there. Somewhere in the measure. So let's get that all ready. I'll see you in the laboratory in the September days, man. We're going to get these strings loosened, and we're just going to go about our procedure. The thing we'll probably have to do first, since we're going to be loosening these strings, let's bend this fucking thing back, man. Bend it back, Charlie. We got to do that really, really, really carefully. Because if we snap that, that's the end of the episode, man. End of the episode. And I'll be like, peace be with you. I fucked it up, man. I fucked it up. Peace be with you. But we don't want to do that, man. We don't want to do that just yet. I'll see you back in the laboratory with a bent back tulip, man. Alright, folks. So we got these straightened out. Now for that job, we of course used a set of strong needle nose. No weak needles needed here. You weak need needle. Now I mentioned before that we had these humble electric guitar strings on here. Like a light tension electronic guitar string. And the reason for that being is, I believe that they did not want to put any additional tension on the neck because they saw this shit happen. They saw it happen and they weren't happy about it, man. So we have these strings all slackened out. We're just going to put like a garbage bag or something over this. Just to mask it off so it doesn't get too wet. We're going to bring this guy outside and just pour some water in here. We'll pour some water in there, William. Why? Why not? Well, see you on Wednesday when we pour some water on there, William. See you outside. You'll see what's going on. You'll see. Alright, people. So welcome outside. The water world, man. You know when Bobby G's outside with the guitar all wrapped up like that, he's about to pour some water onto it. A carafe of boiling water, man. I'm not making tea. I'm going to hit it right up in that crack. Loosen it up. This whole 1.7 liters max. Stay away from it. Look at that, it's melting. Oh no, the bag's melting. Oh, this is not a good idea. Right. To the last drop. To the last drop. Let's let it sit out here for about 10 minutes and bring it downstairs and clamp it up after we put some tight bond inside there. Gotta work quick though. Gotta work quick. Quick, quick, quick. Yeah, now we're close for comfort, man. Now we're very, very close, man. So, got it with a pipe clamp. It was rather easy. We teased it down like 2 or 3 times before we did the final clamp. Just to kind of weaken the wood a tiny little bit here, because sometimes what happens is you clamp it, let it set a couple days, and then it just like has a want to just go back like that. So if you like a little tiny bit, you know what I'm saying, it has a tendency to stay, stay put a little bit longer, man. So let's let this clamp for about a day or 2, maybe 3. Fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Let's make a party out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some beers, man. Hey, some broads. I know there's one fucking broad. She's such a woo that she could put this thing up. You been in the hole 3 days there, Noriega. Where are the fucking documents, you little fuck? Put a cigar out in his eye. He's gonna break soon. Look, what we're gonna do right now, it's been sitting here for 3 days. It's probably as dry as it's gonna be. We're going to try to just wick in a little tiny bit of super glue down this crack here. Down in the crevice. Get them good. And then let that set for about 15-20 minutes. And then we'll unclamp her. Unclamp her, Jed. Alright? You promise you'll take care of her while I go out in the city and mingle with them folk out there? I'll see we're unclamped. Alright, so it's all closed off. That's no longer a problem. No longer an issue. Now this here kind of looks ugly, but it's not that big of a deal. We can scrub it right off and come right off. The thing to use on this is just some weak nail polish remover. Weak nail polish remover, people. And these strings are so slack that we can just pull them off like this, man. You know what I mean? Push them to the side. All right, let's do that real quick. I'll see you in a minute. Do you see that? Do you see it? Looks good, man. A little bit of nail polish remover, man. Take it right off. What about this thing, man? We're in a deficit, man. We don't have it. Got this little piece of mother of pearl laminate that I cut off a bigger sheet. You know what I mean? We're just going to take a hole puncher, cut out a piece of it, and glue it in there, a hot glue gun, and use the adhesive that's on there. You can always use a position marker. You know what I'm saying? If you have them. Mother of pearl one, stick it right in there. Don't have one. Not a mother of pearl one anyhow. This will work. I'll show you. Ready? Good enough, people. Looks great. Looks great. Looks great. I'm trying to light on it, so you know what I'm saying? It's extra light. You know what I mean? Lightedness makes it like stand out in the crowd. Look at this kind of like, just like, you know what I mean? Oh, I bumped into it. Oh, silly me, I bumped into something else. We're almost in mint condition, folks. You know what I'm saying? This guy. Let's take a little walk around the perimeter. Clean it up. Keep your neighborhood tight and spruce. Spruce up the spruce. Spruce tip. The guitar edged in black. Looks great now, you know what I'm saying? Just brought it up like 0.75 value points, you know what I'm saying? Did the back too. Usually I don't even bother with the back, you know what I'm saying? But this one, you know what I mean? It was like real bad on the back compared to the front. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, might as well go for the gusto. Bring this guy to a solid 9. So we got some stuff hanging out here. This is called water. It's made with 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. And this is called furniture polish, which is kind of like, you know what I mean, polish that you put on furniture. It has nothing to do with the country of Poland, just so you know. What we're going to do is we're going to take this guy. It's a compound, again, of hydrogen and oxygen, right? It was invented by the Lord. There's certain like areas here where there's like glue. Like, see that? It's like some like serious errant, you know what I mean, glue. Let's get that off first, and then we're to come in with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Finish up the job. See you then. We'll get into the next step. Almost there. Almost there. See you in the... It looks all nice. See this stuff? The label's kind of dirty, and it's a beautiful label. You know what I'm saying? Got a carpet brush here. Just gonna sneak that in there. Brush off that label. You see that? Dirty label. Dirty old Cameo. Let's clean off the Cameo. Woohoo! You see that? Now it's all cleaned off. You can see it. This is A600. So, like from this angle, I was able to see. So A600. I looked up the internet too. Pretty much matches the description. Although most A600s are set up as classical guitars with the classical tuners. A600 though, that's what it says. Nice clean label. What we're going to do now, final step before the glamour shots, before we tighten up these strings, let's put some Mom's gold cleaner wax everywhere. Everywhere. See, you have the glamour shots, my friends. And there it is, people. You know, just a basic case of upgrading, really. That's all we did. Just some upgrading. What about a grade and a half? You know what I mean? From about a 7.5 to about a 9. Could have went crazy. You know what I mean? Other things we could have done. You know what I mean? We could have, replaced that Made in Korea label back there. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't. We closed this gap. You know what I mean? We didn't really damage the guitar in any way that I can see, using my outlandish, unorthodox methods that I've proven time and time again to be legitimate luthier, you know what I'm saying? Luthier-esque sort of techniques to fixing many, age-old problems on guitars that otherwise would have been ridiculously ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Just keep proving them all wrong. I like the fact that this is still here. You know what I'm saying? These are always smashed and broken. So it's pretty much complete. You know what I mean? We straighten out those pesky old tuners somewhat. You know what I'm saying? We fix this thing. You know what I'm saying? I can't ask for anything more, Toyota. So let's hear it. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear it. You know, we're not here to just look. We're here to interact. This is an interactive program. You know what I'm saying? And after we're done listening to it, you know what we'll say? Peace be with you. Right? Look after yourself. Right? So you already know we're made in Korea. We don't need no fucking fancy sticker. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. There it is, folks. The Cameo A600. Made in Korea by Araya. For the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks we're going to focus on these Araya made guitars with these kind of chiclet looking tuners. I think this particular instrument, now that we fixed the neck and everything, I think it really would behoove it to have, like I said, a regular acoustic string so it doesn't buzz that much. But alas, I'm not going to be that man to put on the acoustic strings, man. Got a set of 6 strings. Gonna use those 6 strings until they don't work anymore. It's got a wound G, so there's just like a real light gauge. It's a nice little instrument. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many more times in my life I'll ever play it, but it is a nice instrument to have. Anyway, so let me talk to you a little bit about a band. I think I might have even played one of their songs. I might have played this song before, because I'm a one-trick pony. Well, I remember like the summer of '96, my boy Bass Mark had this, you know, party house out in Long Branch. And my boy Brad was living with him, and we used to get all, intoxicated on certain evenings of the week. And Brad, I believe at the time, was working at VH1. And he always would come home with all these promo discs that he like fished out of the trash can. You know, he didn't tell us that he fished them out of the trash can. He said, "Oh, the artist gave this to me himself." You know, well, you know, I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm just embellishing it. I don't know, man. My mind's a little fuzzy. But anyway, my boy Brad would always introduce us to like new songs and stuff. A lot of it we were like, "I don't need a Franco. What the fuck is this? You know, turn that off, man." But sometimes, you know, he'd strike a chord with us. We'd start dancing around and shit, you know what I mean? Forget the fact that there was only one girl in the house, you know what I mean? And it would rejuvenate us. And one such evening, he broke out this disc and he replayed the song like 12 times by our own request. We're like, "Play it again, man. Play it again, man." He's like, "Okay." And eventually, he just got, you know what I mean, crazy. Played the whole album. And he played the whole album. The next time we went there, play that album again. And you know what I mean? Eventually, you know, somebody else got a copy of the album, you know what I mean? Like overjoyed by it. Now the next album that the band came out with, we also got, I believe, a promo copy from somebody who also worked at VH1, another one of our friends, this guy Anthony DiStefano. He got their, you know what I mean, unreleased second album, you know, early, like 3 or 4 months early. We're like, oh my god. The band was Ben Folds 5, man. You remember that, man? Ben Folds 5? But we like internalized that stuff before they were even really famous. By the time they got famous for like all schmoppy, "Oh, I'm a brick and I'm killing myself now." You know what I mean? It's like a piss in the wind, really. They disappeared after that song. Nobody wants to be sad, you know what I mean? Ask Michael Stipe, you know what I mean? His biggest hits were sad. But most of his catalog was kind of poppy. You know what I'm saying? That was the case, man. My first album, Ben Folds 5, was incredible. I still spin it to this day here and there, man. I sort of gave up on him like, you know, 15 years ago because he was just too, you know, manic for me, man. The problem with your speech you gave me was fine. I like the theories about my little stage. I swore I was listening, but I started drifting around the part about me acting my age. Now it's all the same. I'll people doing today. Be able to tell I do the best imitation of myself. It's
to really think it was me. I do the best imitation of myself.
Peace be with you, Ben Folds 5. All three, you wash your hands, man. That's 6 hands that should be being washed right now. All 6 of you, man. 5 of you, 3 of you, whatever the fuck, man. Peace be with you. Brad, thank you so much for introducing us. It's a wonderful band, man. You're the most successful out of all of us. So you got an eye for talent, man. I'm sorry about that comment I made about Ani DeFranco, man. It's just not my cup of tea. Peace be with you.